The engine of our car sputtered to a halt, leaving us stranded on an unfamiliar road. My heart pounded in my chest as I exchanged worried glances with my wife, Sarah. How did we end up here? We were supposed to be on our way to a picturesque lakeside retreat, not lost in the middle of nowhere. The air hung heavy with an eerie silence, broken only by the distant hooting of an owl. Shadows danced along the edges of the road, their elongated forms sending shivers down my spine. We decided to walk, hoping to stumble upon some sign of civilization. It didn't take long for the road to lead us to a small, isolated town. The town, with its crooked houses and dimly lit streets, looked frozen in time. It seemed untouched by the passage of years, an eerie relic from a forgotten era. Unease settled over me as I noticed that every window and door was tightly shut, barricaded against something lurking outside. The town was sealed shut, as if hiding a dreadful secret. As we tentatively stepped forward, the sound of a rusty gate creaking open echoed through the night. A figure emerged, its movements rigid and unnatural. It was an elderly woman with a hollow gaze, her eyes glinting with a mix of fear and despair. She hurriedly approached us, whispering in a trembling voice, "Get inside, quick, before nightfall." Her words sent a chill down my spine. Before we could ask her what she meant, she vanished into the shadows, leaving us standing in bewilderment. Something was terribly wrong here, and a sense of foreboding gripped my soul. In search of answers, we ventured further into the town. Every step we took felt like stepping deeper into a surreal nightmare. The streets were deserted, devoid of any signs of life. Only the distant howl of the wind pierced through the heavy silence. Amidst the eerie stillness, we stumbled upon a small cafe. A dim light flickered inside, beckoning us to enter. We cautiously pushed open the creaking door and were greeted by a somber-faced man behind the counter. His eyes bore the weight of countless unspoken stories. We introduced ourselves and explained our situation. His response was a solemn nod. "Welcome to the town of shadows," he murmured, "a place trapped in perpetual darkness." Confusion etched across our faces as we probed for more information. The man hesitated for a moment, then leaned in closer, as if afraid of being overheard. "When the night falls, creatures emerge from the darkness. They roam the streets, seeking anything that breathes. The townsfolk lock themselves in, protected by ancient wards, until sunrise banishes the horrors away." His words painted a macabre picture in our minds. We had stumbled into a town haunted by unimaginable terrors, a place where darkness ruled the night. We pressed the man for more details, desperate to understand the town's sinister secret, but he merely shook his head. "Curiosity has led many to their doom," he warned, before abruptly ending the conversation. The sun was sinking low, casting long, ominous shadows that stretched across the town. Panic surged within us as we realized the implications of the approaching night. The townsfolk had vanished into their homes, sealing themselves away from the horrors lurking outside. With no other option, we hurriedly sought refuge in an abandoned house. The door creaked open, revealing a dilapidated interior that seemed frozen in time. Dust coated the furniture, and cobwebs hung like spectral tapestries. As darkness enveloped the town, a chill wind whispered through the streets. The faint sound of claws scraping against the pavement sent shivers down our spines. Fear gripped us as we peered through a cracked window, our eyes widening at the sight of grotesque creatures slithering and skulking in the night. The night was long and filled with terror. We huddled together, the minutes stretching into agonizing hours. Every sound amplified our paranoia. Every gust of wind made us tremble. Time became a cruel, sluggish entity, dragging us deeper into the unknown. And then, as abruptly as it had descended, the night receded. The creatures vanished without a trace, and the sun's rays peeked over the horizon, casting a timid glow upon the town. We let out a collective breath, the weight of survival heavy upon us. But amidst our relief, a lingering question remained. What was the secret that held this town hostage? And could we ever escape its chilling grasp? We ventured further into the town, determined to unravel its mysteries. The townsfolk shared tales of a curse that had befallen the town long ago, trapping it in perpetual darkness. We delved into dusty archives, discovering records and manuscripts that spoke of an ancient ritual gone awry, an attempt to banish an unspeakable evil that had instead ensnared the town in eternal night. Armed with this newfound knowledge, we sought out the town's elders. They revealed that a hidden talisman held the key to breaking the curse. However, It was guarded by malevolent forces that thrived in the darkness. Many who had embarked on the quest had never returned. Undeterred by the risks, we embarked on a treacherous journey to find the talisman. The town seemed to taunt us as we traversed dimly lit alleyways and decaying buildings. Whispers echoed through the shadows, as if warning us of the dangers that lay ahead. Finally, we reached an ancient cemetery, where a dilapidated mausoleum stood as a foreboding sentinel. Inside, we discovered a hidden chamber, illuminated by a flickering candle. In its center rested the talisman, a mysterious artifact pulsating with an ethereal glow. But our moment of triumph was short-lived. As we reached for the talisman, the ground trembled beneath our feet, and a wave of darkness surged forward, threatening to consume us. The malevolent forces that guarded the talisman had awakened, determined to maintain their hold on the town. In a desperate struggle, we fought against the encroaching darkness. Shadows swirled and twisted, taking on grotesque forms. Fear clung to our hearts, but our determination burned brighter. With every ounce of strength, we resisted the darkness, inching closer to the talisman. As we finally grasped the artifact, a blinding light erupted, forcing the darkness to retreat. We had succeeded. The curse had been broken. Daylight streamed through the cracks in the mausoleum, flooding the town with a sense of hope that had long been absent. The townsfolk emerged from their homes, their eyes filled with both gratitude and trepidation. They had been freed from the shackles of the night, but the scars of their ordeal ran deep. The town had been forever changed, but a glimmer of redemption flickered on the horizon. With our mission accomplished, we prepared to leave the town that had been our captor and our crucible. But as we turned our backs on the darkness, a foreboding thought lingered. What other horrors awaited us beyond the town's borders? As we left the town, a mix of relief and unease washed over us. We had broken the curse and freed the townsfolk from the clutches of eternal darkness. But the memory of the terrifying creatures and the enigmatic secrets that still lingered in the town haunted our thoughts. We ventured onward, our journey taking us to a nearby city. Yet even amidst the bustling streets and bright lights, the shadows seemed to hold a deeper darkness. We couldn't escape the feeling that something followed us, something that had been awakened by our actions. Nightmares plagued our sleep, visions of the town and its mysteries tormenting our restless minds. We became consumed by an insatiable need to understand the true nature of the curse, to uncover the origins of the creatures and the forces that held the town captive. Research led us down a winding path, delving into ancient legends and occult knowledge. We discovered references to a forgotten entity, an ancient evil that thrived on fear and darkness. Its name whispered in forbidden texts, the Shadow Master. Driven by a desperate determination, we sought out those who had encountered the Shadow Master, hoping to learn from their experiences. Some tales spoke of a secret society that had battled the darkness for centuries, while others recounted tragic encounters with the elusive entity. With newfound allies and a growing understanding of the threat we faced, we formed a plan. We would return to the town, armed with knowledge and artifacts capable of warding off the darkness. Our mission was twofold: to protect the town from further harm, and to find a way to rid ourselves of the lingering shadows that plagued our lives. Upon our return, the town's inhabitants greeted us with a mix of gratitude and apprehension. They had emerged from the darkness, but the scars of their ordeal remained. We shared our discoveries, the knowledge we had gathered, and the plan we had devised. Together, we prepared for a final confrontation. The Shadow Master would not go down without a fight. We fortified the town, erecting protective barriers and enchantments that would shield us from its insidious influence. As night fell, the darkness crept closer, but this time we were ready. Armed with artifacts and incantations, we stood firm, facing the encroaching shadows with unwavering determination. The battle raged, the clash between light and darkness echoing through the town. In the end, it was not a single victorious moment that vanquished the Shadow Master. It was a collective effort, a unity of purpose and strength that shattered its hold. The darkness receded, and the town bathed in a newfound radiance. Exhausted but triumphant, we celebrated our hard-won victory. The town had been restored, its people freed from the eternal night. We had faced the horrors and emerged stronger, bound together by an unbreakable bond. As we prepared to leave the town once more, a sense of closure settled within us. The mysteries had been unraveled, the darkness dispelled, but we knew that the echoes of this harrowing experience would forever remain etched in our memories. Darkness had been vanquished, but its presence still lingered in the depths of our minds. The town had been freed from the curse, yet we couldn't shake off the feeling that something sinister was brewing beneath the surface. As days turned into weeks, we remained in the town, drawn by an unrelenting curiosity. There were whispers in the dark, secrets waiting to be unearthed. We sought answers, longing to understand the true nature of the town's history and the creatures that had haunted its nights. Our quest for knowledge led us to an enigmatic figure, a recluse known as the Seer. With wild hair and haunting eyes, the Seer possessed a deep understanding of the town's mysteries. We pleaded for their guidance, desperate to delve into the shadows that still clung to the town's soul. In a dimly lit chamber filled with ancient artifacts, the Seer spoke of an ancient pact. Generations ago, the townsfolk had made a deal with dark forces, exchanging their peace and daylight for protection from an even greater evil. The price paid was the eternal night and the presence of the horrifying creatures that roamed its streets. The Seer warned us of a deeper darkness, something far more sinister than the creatures we had faced. An entity, known as the Whisperer, held sway over the town, weaving its malevolent influence through every shadow. It thrived on fear, feeding off the lingering terrors of the townsfolk. Haunted by this revelation, we set out to confront the Whisperer. Armed with newfound knowledge and artifacts, we navigated through labyrinthine tunnels hidden beneath the town. Whispers echoed through the darkness, guiding us deeper into the abyss. We reached the heart of the Whisperer's lair, a cavern dripping with malice and despair. Shadows danced and twisted, taking on sinister forms that taunted our senses. The air grew thick with an otherworldly presence, seeping into our very souls. As we pressed forward, the whispers grew louder, more insidious. They played on our deepest fears, manifesting as phantoms and illusions that tested our resolve. The Whisperer reveled in our torment, relishing in the terror it instilled. With every step, we fought against the consuming darkness, clinging to the light of our purpose. We knew that the town's redemption hinged on our ability to confront and defeat this ancient malevolence. Finally, we stood face to face with the Whisperer, a shrouded figure of pure darkness, its voice a chilling melody that sent shivers down our spines. We channeled our courage and unleashed the power of the artifacts, fighting against the waves of despair that threatened to overwhelm us. The battle was fierce, the outcome uncertain. We summoned every ounce of strength, determined to break the Whisperer's hold over the town. As the clash of light and darkness intensified, we glimpsed flickers of hope amid the chaos. In a final, desperate surge, we banished the Whisperer back into the depths from whence it came. Silence enveloped the cavern, broken only by our ragged breaths and the faint echoes of victory. The town was free from its insidious grasp once more. Exhausted and bruised, we emerged from the tunnels, our souls forever scarred by the darkness we had faced. The townsfolk, unaware of the battle waged beneath their feet, rejoiced in their newfound freedom. But as we looked upon the town, we couldn't help but wonder, what other secrets lay hidden in its darkest corners? The battle may have been won, but the shadows still whispered, promising more horrors yet to be revealed. The defeat of the Whisperer brought a temporary respite, but the aftermath was far from peaceful. The town's atmosphere had changed, the air thick with lingering unease and apprehension. Whispers in the dark continued, hinting at a looming threat that we had yet to comprehend. We sought solace in the company of the townsfolk, eager to understand their experiences during the long night in the presence of the creatures. Their stories were filled with terror and despair, each one a testament to the horrors they had endured. Among the townsfolk, we encountered an elderly woman named Agnes, whose eyes held a wisdom earned through suffering. She spoke of a hidden chamber, deep beneath the town, where the darkest secrets were said to be locked away. It was a place of forbidden knowledge and untold power. Driven by our insatiable curiosity, we embarked on a treacherous journey to find the hidden chamber. Guided by Agnes's cryptic clues, we navigated through forgotten tunnels, their walls bearing the weight of the town's history. Finally, we reached the chamber, an ancient vault concealed behind a rusted iron door. Symbols of protection adorned its surface. hinting at the powerful forces contained within. We hesitated, realizing that unlocking this chamber would unveil truths that could shatter our understanding of the town and its inhabitants. With a deep breath, we turned the key, and the door swung open, revealing a vast space steeped in darkness. Ancient tomes lined the shelves, their pages filled with incantations, prophecies, and forbidden knowledge. This chamber held the key to the town's deepest secrets. As we delved into the forbidden texts, we discovered fragments of a prophecy that spoke of a chosen one who would bring balance and restore harmony to the town. The chosen one possessed a unique gift, capable of unlocking the town's true potential. But the prophecy also warned of a great darkness that would rise to challenge the chosen one. It was a force that had slumbered for centuries, awaiting the right moment to reclaim its dominion over the town and plunge it into eternal night once again. Doubt and fear crept into our hearts. Were we the chosen ones destined to face this ancient evil? The weight of responsibility bore down upon us as we grappled with our own doubts and limitations. In the midst of our contemplation, a tremor shook the chamber, and an ethereal voice echoed through the air. It was a warning, a reminder that time was running out and the darkness was awakening. We had to embrace our destiny and confront the encroaching threat. Armed with newfound knowledge and determination, we emerged from the chamber, ready to face the challenges that awaited us. The townsfolk looked to us with a mixture of hope and trepidation, their trust in our abilities a heavy burden to bear. The battle against the ancient darkness loomed on the horizon, and we knew that the fate of the town hung in the balance. As we prepared for the final confrontation, we couldn't help but wonder, would we prove worthy of the prophecy's promise, or would the town once again succumb to the suffocating embrace of eternal night? The echoes of our previous encounters with darkness still reverberated in our minds as we embarked on the next chapter of our harrowing journey. The town had been saved from the Whisperer, but the ancient evil we had awakened lurked in the shadows, its presence an ever-present threat. Haunted by nightmares that whispered of impending doom, we sought guidance from the townsfolk. A young woman named Emily claimed to possess a connection to the realm of dreams, a gift passed down through her bloodline. She offered to guide us through the treacherous landscapes of the dream realm, where the nightmare's embrace held untold secrets. Together, we delved into the realm of dreams, where reality twisted and shapeless horrors lurked. The dream realm was a reflection of the town's darkest fears, a place where the ancient evil reveled in its power. We braved the shifting landscapes, determined to uncover the truth that lay buried within the realm's ethereal depths. As we navigated through the realm, we encountered beings of pure nightmare, a surreal amalgamation of terror and despair. They clawed at our sanity, their existence a reminder of the horrors that awaited if we faltered. We pressed on, driven by the hope of unearthing the key to banishing this ancient evil once and for all. Guided by Emily's intuition, we sought the Dreamweaver, a mystical entity rumored to possess the knowledge we needed. Legend spoke of the Dreamweaver's ability to manipulate the fabric of dreams, wielding both darkness and light. But finding the Dreamweaver would not be easy. It was a task fraught with uncertainty and peril. Through treacherous landscapes and surreal challenges, we followed Emily's lead, our determination unwavering. The path grew more treacherous with each step, as the ancient evil sought to test our resolve and shatter our spirits. Nightmares morphed into tangible horrors, threatening to consume us. Finally, we stood before the Dreamweaver, a figure draped in swirling shadows, their eyes shimmering with ancient wisdom. It spoke in cryptic riddles, revealing fragments of the truth that eluded us. The ancient evil, known as the Nightweaver, had been awakened by our actions, its power growing with each passing moment. To defeat the Nightweaver, we needed to unravel the secrets hidden within the town's past and forge an alliance with the very darkness we sought to overcome. The Dreamweaver bestowed upon us a sacred relic, a talisman capable of harnessing the power of nightmares. Armed with the talisman, we returned to the waking world, prepared to confront the Nightweaver head-on. The townsfolk rallied behind us, their determination a testament to the strength that had emerged from their shared ordeal. As the final battle loomed, darkness descended upon the town once more. The Nightweaver's influence tainted the very fabric of reality, warping the town's buildings and twisting its inhabitants into monstrous forms. Fear gripped us, But we knew that the time for hesitation had passed. With the talisman's power coursing through our veins, we faced the Nightweaver, a colossal entity of nightmares, its presence suffocating and overwhelming. The battle raged, a clash of wills and powers that shook the foundations of the town. We fought with every ounce of strength and determination, knowing that the fate of the town and its people hung in the balance. The battle seemed endless, the Nightweaver relentless in its attempts to break our spirits. But we refused to yield, drawing upon the strength of our bonds and the hope that burned within our hearts. In a final, climactic confrontation, we unleashed the full power of the talisman, channeling the essence of nightmares to banish the Nightweaver back into the abyss from which it had emerged. The town was free once again, its streets cleansed of darkness. As the dust settled, we stood amidst the ruins, our bodies battered but spirits unbroken. The townsfolk emerged from their hiding places, their faces etched with both relief and gratitude. They had witnessed the battle unfold from the safety of their homes, their belief in our abilities now solidified. But our journey was far from over. The ancient evil had been defeated, but the scars it had left behind would forever remain. We knew that the shadows still held secrets, and the town's story was not yet complete. The town had been saved, the ancient evil vanquished, but the lingering shadows still whispered of unfinished business. A new chapter unfolded as we embarked on a path veiled in darkness and treachery. Little did we know that the true test awaited us, beneath the surface of the town's seemingly serene facade. As the days turned to nights, a sense of unease settled over the town. Whispers circulated, hinting at a web of deceit and betrayal that had entangled the townsfolk for generations. The very foundation of trust began to crumble, revealing hidden alliances and secret agendas. We found ourselves caught in a sinister web of suspicion, unsure whom to trust. Each villager seemed to wear a mask, concealing their true intentions. Friends became foes, and the line between ally and enemy blurred into an indistinguishable haze. Desperate to uncover the truth, we delved into the town's history, unearthing fragments of a dark past filled with power struggles and ancient rivalries. The shadows whispered tales of secret societies and forbidden rituals, a legacy of manipulation and control. As we unraveled the threads of this twisted tapestry, we discovered a figure known as the Betrayer, a puppet master who had orchestrated the town's descent into darkness. The Betrayer had betrayed their own kind, fueling the ancient evil and orchestrating the town's suffering for their own gain. In our quest for justice, we sought out those who had resisted the Betrayer's influence. We rallied the remaining townsfolk, forging alliances with those who had been betrayed and deceived. Together, we vowed to bring the Betrayer to justice and expose their malevolent machinations. The battle against the Betrayer was not fought with swords or magic, but with the power of truth and unity. We uncovered the Betrayer's intricate network of spies and informants, carefully dismantling their web of deceit. The town was in chaos, teetering on the edge of anarchy as the Betrayer's influence waned. In a final climactic confrontation, we confronted the Betrayer, a figure cloaked in shadows, their identity a mystery until the moment of revelation. The truth sent shockwaves through the town as the Betrayer's true face was unmasked, a familiar face we had trusted implicitly. The betrayal cut deep, a wound that would never fully heal. But we knew that our purpose was greater than personal pain. We rallied the townsfolk, inspiring them to rise against the Betrayer and reclaim their autonomy. In the ensuing battle, the Betrayer's power crumbled, their web of deception unraveled, leaving them exposed and vulnerable. As the townsfolk's unified spirit grew stronger, the Betrayer's influence faded, until finally, they were defeated. But victory came at a cost. The wounds of betrayal would forever leave scars on the town's collective consciousness. As we stood amidst the rubble, we couldn't help but wonder, had we truly broken the cycle of darkness and betrayal? Or were there still hidden forces waiting to seize control? The town stood on the precipice of its final reckoning. Shadows cast their ominous cloak over the streets, and whispers of the past reverberated through the air. We knew that our journey was reaching its climax. The battle against the ancient darkness was nearing its conclusion. As we delved deeper into the town's history, we unearthed fragments of a prophecy, an ancient verse that foretold of a final revelation, a moment when the truth would be laid bare and the town's ultimate destiny unveiled. We knew that we held the key to this revelation, the last piece of a puzzle that had haunted us since our arrival. A series of clues led us to a forgotten sanctuary, a hidden chamber untouched by time. Inside, symbols of power and mysticism adorned the walls, their meaning shrouded in secrecy. The chamber pulsed with an otherworldly energy, urging us forward. We studied the symbols, deciphering their hidden message. It spoke of a ritual that required a sacrifice of light and darkness. We understood that the time had come to confront the ancient darkness once and for all, to make the ultimate sacrifice to restore balance. The townsfolk rallied behind us, their faith in our purpose unwavering. Together, we prepared for the final battle, donning the armor of courage and wielding the weapons of resolve. The stakes were higher than ever. The fate of the town, and perhaps even the world, hung in the balance. As twilight descended upon the town, we ventured to the heart of its darkness, an ancient and crumbling cathedral, a place where the ancient evil had made its lair. The air crackled with an electrifying energy, the weight of the impending battle pressing upon us. Within the cathedral, we found ourselves facing a colossal entity, a manifestation of the ancient darkness that had plagued the town for generations. Its malevolence pulsed through the room, threatening to consume everything in its path. We fought with unwavering determination, wielding the combined power of light and darkness. Each blow struck at the heart of the ancient evil, weakening its grip on the town. But as the battle raged on, it became apparent that victory would come at a great cost. In a final, climactic moment, we summoned the essence of light and darkness, unleashing a torrent of energy that engulfed the ancient darkness. The battle reached its crescendo, and the very fabric of reality seemed to tremble under the weight of our struggle. As the dust settled, a profound silence enveloped the cathedral. We had triumphed. The ancient darkness had been banished, its hold on the town shattered. Light permeated the once shrouded streets, casting away the lingering shadows. Exhausted and battered, we emerged from the cathedral, the townsfolk gathering around us in awe and reverence. The prophecy had been fulfilled. The revelation had come to pass. The town stood on the precipice of a new era, forever transformed by the courage and sacrifice of its inhabitants. As we looked upon the town, we couldn't help but feel a sense of accomplishment. The journey had been arduous, filled with unimaginable horrors and painful revelations. But in the end, the town had been freed, and our purpose had been fulfilled. As we bid farewell to the town and its grateful inhabitants, we carried with us the memories of the battles fought, the friendships forged, and the secrets unveiled. The story of the town, with all its twists and turns, would forever be etched in our hearts. Our story reaches its chilling end, but the fear doesn't stop here. Don't forget to subscribe to Spooky Nightmares for more bone-chilling tales. Stay tuned, and until next time, sleep with one eye open.